Okay, there we go, live. It's Radio
Hey
Mythoverse.
everyone.
Yep, Radio Mythoverse for the 13th of March, 2019.
And it's going to be sporadic updates from now on because why don't you tell them, Brent?
Because, well, we do. It's going to be what?
We're going to have a sporadic podcast, sporadic stream.
Right, yeah. We're actually thinking about going to more of a podcast format just because it's pre-recorded because my days off got fucked with. It's just a lot easier if we just pre-record these on one day. Which I'm bummed out though because I love doing the live streams. Because I do like interacting with the audience in real time.
Yeah, but what can you do? Your job is awful.
Oh yeah. Both our jobs are awful.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have obvious reasons, of course.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Well, a little bit of good news though is Wicked reached out to Alterna to put out a Mythoverse ad, and it's going to be appearing in. It came out on a Wednesday. We don't know when, but we know the ad is currently being processed, so I think we can confidently put it within the month.
Yep. It's gonna be. Do you believe that our comics will be on a comic book ad?
I never imagined that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy, man. It's like, wow.
What's good?
Oh, and also I think shit, didn't Dan say earlier today that we crossed over 300?
We haven't reached 300 yet on Instagram. I'm gonna go check it out because I think one of the problems is that Instagram's having some bugs today, so we're probably not going to be. They're not going to pull in as many followers.
Yeah, by the way, I just double checked. Dan said we'll probably hit 300 sooner than I expected.
But still, impressive.
Yeah, 200 within 2 weeks. That's actually good growth. Yeah, we were. I gotta wonder what the fuck happened to Instagram. I'm actually hearing similar things happened over on Facebook too.
Oh no.
Dude, what the hell is going on?
It's called ad coding. It's probably, all I really have to say is that I think it's probably because it's science denial if you think that they'll actually fix problems.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, how long have people been barking at Twitter to put in an edit button?
I actually want to make certain that they stop unfollowing people for you, because that's annoying.
Yeah, it is, because it's like, I mean, after a certain point, I just stopped caring about where my follower counts were. But it's like,
No, I wouldn't mind if it weren't people I'd be talking to.
yeah. Oh, on the plus side though, let me pull that up. Let me zoom in. Let me center on me. Because on the plus side, we at least got this. Right.
Right.
I was gonna say on the plus side, we got this at least.
Oh yeah, yeah, obviously.
Michael really came through.
Mm-hmm.
I also just realized it seems like everyone draws Maeve with just the hoodie on and no shirt. That has weird implications. The longer you think about it.
Look, he's wearing a tank top underneath.
Yeah, she. I get the gun though. Why does Althea have a sword though?
Felt better.
Yeah, I'm here.
As I said, it felt better for her to have a sword in hand. Also adds on the implications that Althea's Obi-Wan and is the Obi-Wan to Adobe's Anakin.
Actually, hey, dude. Oh man, can you actually? I gotta pull up that. Speaking of which, I gotta pull that thing up. That layout for the cover that Beth sent you last.
Oh yeah.
Last night, right?
Yep.
That's the problem with having to go back through. Did you send it in the chat with me and Dan, or in the general one?
In general one, but I think yeah, Dan put it up on Instagram.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cropped because that's what Instagram does. Plus, Instagram's being weird right now. Found it.
Okay. Well, why isn't Instagram being weird?
I don't know. All right. There we go. It's just a rough layout.
Yep. They wanted to have changes in case I had issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, the way Dan set up is that it is unintentionally us syncing up again because we have Maeve with a broken mirror, we have Adobe as a wall to protect, and we now have Althea as a fountain of power.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, like, holy crap! How did we didn't think? It's like we didn't even think of that. We just went with what. I mean, I didn't even think. Well, actually, I think I actually did put. I actually did go with that broken mirror thing just because I thought it fit perfectly. I can't speak to the thought process that went behind for you and Dan though.
It just felt right. I think I gave Jeff an idea of what to do for the cover, but I have to say, in this case, this is all her.
This was all Beth's idea.
This current cover, yeah, as it is now. So I don't know how many of my ideas still have went, but I think she knows that she can throw out ideas if it best suits the story and character.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, actually, shit. I want to pull up some of the pages Beth shared with us. Should we? Is it okay if I do?
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Just because they're in a private chat and I don't want to dox anybody. But yeah, something I know. But something about Beth is that she's got a really good sense of storytelling. I noticed.
Yeah, because she cut her teeth on her own webcomic. So she's going to be able to, she's got experience with telling stories.
Well, not just that. It's not just from experience. Like, I'm not putting it past her to have at least like studied it a little bit.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah. I mean, I barely have. I mean, there's barely any text around, and yet I can still tell what's happening.
Yep. That's the big reason why I keep on going with her. She understands how to tell a story visually. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I just sent her a couple of pages with enough basic rough ideas, she'd turn into comics.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you don't need to tell her much what to do. You just have to say, okay, this is basically what I see in my head, but she will find the best way to interpret it.
Exactly.
In fact, while we're on that, I'm going to show off what I got from Victor today. I mean, like you guys, I mean, you and Tank saw like when we ended the last stream, but nobody else did. Although anyone who's pretty much my whole Twitter's seen it at this point.
Okay, so Salem asks in the chat, what's the best way to spread Wicked's brand?
Best way?
Yeah.
The best way I would say is just tell people. You believe that's a lot?
Actually, what I have to say is that instead of just telling people, also buy the books and show them to people. If they like it enough, they'll go on buy their own.
Yeah, that's actually a much better way of putting it. And don't just tell people about it. I mean, tell people about it and buy the books. Fuck, we need it. Oh my god! Oh, Dinte, Mythoverse, buy a copy and get a knighthood for free. Oh my god! I know what he's talking about. This was from the podcast on Monday because like we got derailed because he and I don't remember how it got to this point, but I found out that Tom Hardy apparently is a rank higher than Charles Dance is in the Order of Merit. And it made no sense to me because Charles Dance is a much more accomplished actor than Tom Hardy. And I say that as someone who likes the guy. And I'm like, that's funny, Dinte. That's very funny.
Disclaimer, knighthood only comes with when you buy a Gobi Kroger Dame Commander.
Yeah, you're right. Knighthood only goes with Adobe Kroger. We cannot speak to Changeling or Mythics. Actually, I don't think there's even a Changeling society, so to speak. At least not one. And I'm pretty sure, Matt, you've probably worked out with the organizational structure of the Mythics is, right?
Briefly. I think overall, the way it's organized is very similar to Witchers. They're very loose because you got paladins from Adobe Kroger out looking for you. So you're gonna have to handle things on your own.
You think so, huh? There's not really
Yeah.
a formalized structure, is there?
No, just an acknowledged authority that's within the spirit realm, where the paladins cannot touch them.
So it's not like there's like so it's not like there's a grand council of mythics or something.
There is, but they're not going. But they're rather loose on what they do. They have a code of conduct that is basically don't let the paladins know who you are. Don't endanger any other mythics, and seek out the best solution possible to any given situation, as long as you don't tip off the paladins.
Is it much of a spoiler if we let them in on Althea and Adobe's past?
Well, for now, let's keep it a bit of a surprise.
Let's just okay. I guess we can just say that when the lid gets blown, it's going to be awkward for both parties.
Yep. Yeah, if they even follow characters' Twitter accounts, we're kind of not shy about it, about the two characters and their past. But it's something that I don't think and I want our characters to be judged by their past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Speaking of our character's Twitter, what was I think? What was I thinking?
Why? What's it do?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, maybe mom.
I love that I love Victor. I love that he made her pretty, but oh man. I'm gonna have to. I know what I have to live with. Because I had this discussion with Lenny. I'm just gonna like. You know what's gonna happen?
Also, you know what's going to happen if Xenolith.
Oh, once he finds it, of course. Because like once he decides he's gonna do something, not even Ginger can fucking stop him.
And boy, did you hurt yourself with that one.
Yeah, I know this from. I know. I thought people would just play along with it. It was a cute little joke.
And then he's going to ruin it.
It's the internet. You can't have anything pure and wholesome without freaks trying to corrupt it.
I don't know why you thought any different.
I thought I could at least guilt them.
Some, yes, but some will take it as a challenge.
Xena will definitely take it as a challenge. Oh god, I'm just gonna bring up the conversation I had with Lenny.
Oh boy.
Okay. What have you done? It was all fun and games until they do to change like what they did to the Incredibles. Damn you, Victor, for making Maeve's mom pretty. I thought I could guilt them. I was wrong. She sent me a whole bunch of laughing stickers. You know what the worst part is? I can't own this like Brian did with Regina, because Changeling is not that kind of book. I just have to live with the fact that being spanned fan-made MILF porn of Maeve's mom is a possible thing in my future. Oh, much worse is possible. You just hope it's just her mom. Oh, I know. I'm just hoping the worst of it is held at bay till she's 18.
When she turns 18, that's when you can own it with like what Brian did with Regina. And Mike, it's not so much that he hangs out with the wrong crowd. It's that it's basically with who his colorist hangs around with.
It's just
And what?
like Tonka and Dick. I'm a magnet.
And here I thought you froze again.
I'm a spurgery magnet.
Yes, especially when you apparently made a most perfect waifu.
And I wasn't even trying to.
It's the irony of the whole situation. The whole irony of it is that you did, but you weren't trying to.
It's kind of like how the guy who made One Punch Man made an iconic hero out of Saitama, even though he wasn't trying to. Like, that was the whole point. He wanted Saitama to look as generic as possible.
Which oddly works as a meme type character.
Oh, yeah. The One Punch Man is good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like waifus don't try, they succeed. I don't know. Regina tried pretty hard.
I just saw and retweet unpopular opinion Dragon Ball Z edition, where he points out that he doesn't like the introduction of a different form every just to resolve a situation.
Are we talking about One Punch Man now?
No, with Dragon Ball Z. But
okay.
That's one of the things that they've parodied in Gintama.
Oh, right. Mike says, I have yet to garner desire to watch One Punch Man. I can't help you there, man.
I think a lot of the popularity now is with My Hero Academia.
Also, My Hero Academia is just basically Naruto if you swapped out the ninjas with superheroes.
Yep.
Which, that's good or bad depending on your perspective.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have to think about. There's one face off that you're going to have to think about.
Yeah, what?
Zero from of the North Star versus Saitama.
Did you say Kenshiro versus Saitama?
Yep.
You do know that's a one-sided fight. There's a reason why the series is called One Punch Man.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing around.
Yeah, not even Kenshiro can beat Saitama. Just like Saitama just has to land one punch on Kenshiro and boom, he's dead.
It's interesting because it sounds like a very boring story.
I think what has made it work though so well is because the creator actually took that like, suppose you were just that good that you could just win all your fights in one punch. Like, what would that do to you?
Yeah.
And now Saitama has found out that because he's so powerful, everything's too easy. He can't take any joy in any of his fights. He can't get excited.
Even though there's a bunch of people who try to fight him.
I mean, after all, I mean, like in the first episode, like after he punches that after he punches that vaccine monster, he's all like, "It's just one punch, damn it!"
Oh, well, there's also Gintoki troll mode versus Saitama, because the troll version of Gintoki just copies anything popular from anime and manga.
I actually kind of want to. I actually would dig seeing that.
Part of that was that version of the character was used in Shonen Jump games, where he's able to use the Kamehameha. Also, do devastating damage by rounding him over with his head.
That is true. That is so true. Also, just like Saitama, Gintoki's got that perpetually uninterested stare.
Yep.
Like, but
And then there's
I don't know. I was gonna say though, I think that's for a much different reason, just because Saitama just has that look on his face because everything's too easy for him.
Yeah.
I don't. Gintoki, why does Gintoki have that look on his face all the time though? I think I have to think a part of it's because of just how lazy he is.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that. He's a very lazy man.
After all, he didn't really care about. He didn't really care about Kagura's beetle hunt until he found out that he could make a ton of money if he found the right beetle.
Yep, and that was the opening story for the Gintama live action movie.
Oh, God. Something I kind of noticed though, the difference between the movie and the anime.
Huh.
Gintoki's house has a lot more space in it in the anime.
Well, that's mainly because there's the limitations of the live action Japanese budget.
That's always, I don't know, that's just something that's kind of bugging me about. That's kind of bugging me about anime. Like, they will make these houses that are actually very spacious.
When in reality, it's not that. They're not that big.
Nope. Actually, I happen to know Japanese houses are notoriously cramped.
I'm gonna say something funny about the live action.
Especially if you're in the city, they're very cramped.
Oh yeah. So, funny thing about this live action movie, you know who plays Ichigo's mother?
Okay, keep talking.
The actress who plays Ote in Gintama.
Interesting.
Yep. So, if anyone makes that kind of connection, it's almost like she ends up marrying an idiot.
Yeah. That's actually pretty funny.
Yep. I think the live action Gintama plays up for stupidity more so than a manga or anime.
Mm.
I mean, you look at Kondo in the live action movie. He is over the top stupid throughout the majority of it. Even, spoiler alert, right after he gives a serious pep talk, inspirational, turns around walks off the ship, Looney Tunes style, falls to the ground. Just imagine. What?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
The very same way Wile E. Coyote falls.
Oh my lord. I have to get back into the Devil's a part-timer. That's more my speed, I think.
Oh boy. I can't watch it because it's too accurate.
I related to that anime way too much. And it wasn't even the restaurant I worked at. I didn't work at McDonald's, I worked at Burger King, but it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, this is why it was all them. Oh, I can't watch it.
Although I will say, never in my life did I ever think I'd find an anime where the devil would say to an angel, "Hey, douchebag."
Well, maybe not anime. Maybe you'd have instead of a devil, you have John Constantine calling an angel a douchebag.
No, he just called him a fucking prick or an asshole or a cunt.
I just have to say that. There's one trope that I've noticed a lot of anime. The former villain turning good. I think it was much more believably done in Space Battles of Yamato, where it wasn't so much a friendship as it was respect. Although in today's day and age, this might be a little controversial because the villain that ends up respecting the heroes is also the Space Hitler. There's so much dead air. I don't know what.
What do you mean? Dead air? What do you mean? There's dead air? You're the one who stopped talking. I thought you still had more to tell.
No. We should be better at this.
Yeah, we should. I know there's dead air again.
Yep. Oh, our comics.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's at least I'm seeing some progress on Victor's End.
I'm pretty sure Tyler is a fan of Mythics.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he did. Yeah, he was doing that thread where he said, like, "I want to draw your characters with big titties." Obviously, I had to abstain.
Obviously, but the funny thing is that he did Althea without huge boobs that he claimed it was going to be because he didn't know how I'd react.
Serious? So what, he decided not to then?
Well, he did drawing because he wanted to, but it wasn't a big boob. I mean, they're a little bigger than so something, but nothing over the top. And I think Psychology Nerd might like this because of how buff she is.
was kind of funny how he did Tank's character though.
I'll look that up.
I'll pull it up right now. It's gonna be oh man, this is funny. This is gonna be funny as fuck, man. Okay, I'm gonna check his media. I'm gonna have to go. Found it. Okay. Although, actually, hold up. I gotta make sure I have the original sketch for comparison. I'm not gonna quite share it just yet.
Okay. So MySpace is trending.
What is MySpace now become? What is MySpace now coming back to life then?
Well, everyone's going. Facebook and Instagram are down. MySpace, it's your chance to make a comeback.
All right. Okay, so that's Lucia, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what she's supposed to look like. That's the canon version. This is what happened after Tycade went to town on her. For some reason, I think a Saber from Fate.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't go that big. It was only barely bigger for Althea.
Wait a minute. Okay, now I have to go digging through that thread. Someone.
Well,
oh my God! Shane gave him Optimus Prime.
Did he?
He did.
Oh Lord. Say no.
Okay, I'm looking at the part where you submitted Althea, but he did nothing after that. I think
he tagged me in a new.
Oh wait, no, I found it. Okay, so I'm going off the one I can tell he used as reference. All right. Okay, so this was what he used. Screen share, work with me.
Screen share, no.
All right, so this was what he used for reference, I can tell. Huh. Why is Althea using an apple?
Because that's probably what Beth uses. I probably should have told her that a writer doesn't use Apple. They use whatever comes their way.
Maybe in the Mythoverse, Apple isn't a corrupt as fuck company. Maybe that overcharges their customers.
Actually, no, it's not Apple. It's a Apple. Okay. It's a line of very cheap and affordable laptops.
Mm-hmm. That's what Tyler did to her. Oh, I can see why you said that this would have appealed to Stephanie.
Yep.
He didn't really go that. You're right. He didn't. It doesn't look like he really went that big, but holy shit, it looks like she was juicing.
Yep.
Pretty sure even Stephanie's gonna say that's excessive.
Maybe not. I don't think Steph was intended for her to have muscles like that, but you know, these things happen.
I guess.
Oh, I have a feeling that Tyler might be secretly into women with big muscles, just like Stephanie.
Mm. Yeah, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but I think we've got a bunch of good people following us now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely.
If it's so, what's your? Oh, I just heard about this. What's your opinion on Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik in the live-action Talk?
Wait, Jim Carrey is playing Robotnik?
Yep.
That could be. I could see that working.
Yeah. I mean, he's already got it crazy anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's just more like for some reason it's like all he has to do is just combine Ace Ventura with Count Olaf,
Yeah.
and boom, he pulls it off.
You know, I think I know who would be a perfect voice actor for Sonic the Hedgehog. Ryan Reynolds. And he's got the attitude for it. It's just too bad he's busy being Pikachu.
Yeah, I know they scooped him up for Detective Pikachu. And if he wore a lot of stuff to hide his face and physique, yeah, he's probably talking about Jim Carrey being Robotnik.
Yeah.
Are they gonna go Robotnik or just go with Eggman?
Probably gonna go with Eggman because it might. It's not Japanese authentic.
Well, it was all. Well, to be fair, he was always called Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, in Japan, but United States, he was called Robotnik.
I don't know. I remember Sonic X. They started calling him Eggman again.
Well, I think during that day it was seen more as an insult because let's let's just say that Robotnik had love for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only good Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon was Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like in those Saturday morning Sonic cartoons, yeah, he was called Robotnik. And I think for a lot of the at least for the early games he was.
Yeah. And something that I've noticed with a lot of games and anime is that they try too hard to be authentic Japanese in it, but
Mm-hmm.
the dubbing is just so bad that it doesn't really work out. I the ADV dub of Macross where Hikaru calls Roy his senpai all the goddamn time.
Yeah, because the thing with the dubbing is you don't just take the Japanese script and literally translate it to English because then it comes out really fucking awkward. You have to rewrite in a way that makes sense in English.
Yep, and that Macross dub is now more awkward than ever because love interests in that show are played by Fiona and Monica Rial.
Man, how long is it gonna be before they put that version out of print and replace it?
Oh, that's already off print. ADV.
Oh yeah.
I I actually don't think they're gonna do another one until after Harmony Gold loses the license.
You know, which is in like a few years. Like, yeah, about fucking time. By the way, like Harmony Gold loses the Macross license in 2021 unless they're able to somehow pay for it again.
Which I think they probably will. But it's only if the founder of the company keeps himself out of legal troubles.
You don't think he will?
Let's see. In 2012, he was found guilty of tax evasion in Europe.
Huh.
So, yeah, make of it as you will. Also, I think their interest is not in entertainment. Their interest is in real estate. That's what Harmony Gold was made to be. That's where they make all their money.
Yeah, but like back in the day, didn't they dub and license a lot of anime that people still have fond memories of?
Yeah, Robotech was one of them. They also did a partial dub of Dragon Ball.
They also did Golgo 13 and Vampire Hunter D.
Yep. But now it's pretty much gone. They only do Robotech because it's their legacy title, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that the real estate business is the only thing keeping them afloat because there's no way they're making money off of Robotech.
Yeah,
How poorly they're handling it.
Yeah, I mean, who's buying them right now? I don't think anybody buys Robotech.
That's because Harmony Gold sucks at this. They now have an okay comic book series that retells the series. It was first done. The first story arc was written by Brian Wood, and second, currently, Alan Fairman, who's well known for Transformers, has taken over as writer. So it is a good story. It's just the art is off. The art is so off.
Like it does a really bad job of imitating the aesthetic.
They're not even trying to imitate the aesthetic. They're trying to go with a mixture of anime and photorealism.
Oh, like that's gonna work.
Yep. I remember when Wildstorm did the comics, and those were good because of the aesthetics of the show. They kept in line with the canon of the animation style of the series.
Mhm.
It's not even trying anymore.
I mean, fuck, people probably even bring up like more quote unquote realistic looking manga and anime, like say Berserk or Death Note. No, which okay, fair enough. They do aim for a more realistic aesthetic, but there's still a bit of stylization to them.
Yeah. Or Vagabond, which is almost like the artist is tracing it
Oh yeah,
with how incredibly detailed it is.
fuck yeah. Vagabond is Vagabond is like one of those books. Like I think every artist should be collecting, like at least should be collecting Vagabond. It's just like you could learn so much just studying it.
And the thing about it is that you know that he wasn't tracing because he put himself out doing it. The
Yeah.
series will unfortunately be incomplete because he's now burned out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Then of course you got the guy who makes Hunter x Hunter who keeps taking breaks.
yep. Fate of the Immortal finished.
And then there's a lot of speculation whether or not Kentaro Miura is ever going to finish Berserk.
Anyone that's been going on since the 80s probably might not end, or they've just written themselves into a corner.
I have to wonder how Hirohiko Araki keeps finding new stories for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
I said Hirohiko Araki, not Andy Worski.
Or Brian Ball.
He allegedly is hooked on coke. I told him he needs to get off that, otherwise he'll turn into Worski.
Yep.
I even showed him what happens when you. I even showed him what'll happen. No, it was not the stream where he burned his nipple. It was actually the. It was actually the Kumite where. Actually, it's not even the Kumite anymore. It was the jams where. It was the jams where they were covering the Metro UK article.
Yep.
I only wonder what Naito's next project will be after Blood Blockade Battlefront. Oh yeah, the guy who did Trigun.
I actually met him. It was at ASEN, I think, 2008. I remember it because this girl had Death Note on the side, and he just looked at it and going, "You're trying to kill me, aren't you?"
Wait, he can actually speak English?
Yeah, it was heavily accented, but he could. But it's just such a funny story. And it makes you realize that these creators don't just create it because it's their job. It's because they love the medium. And they're going to read the stuff that other people are making.
Oh yeah.
Watch the other stuff that other people are making.
Oh yeah, true.
And another, I think, was also the Ascent where I got to see voice actress for Minmay do a concert.
Oh yeah, I saw the thread with you and Sam were in last night, and I think it was either you or Sam. One of you said that she's actually bitter about the fact that she's remembered as that.
Not Sam who said that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but it's weird because she came back for the ADV dub. But
okay, let's just be hopeful. Let's assume that Harmony Gold loses the license to Macross full stop. Does that mean we could actually get Do You Remember Love actually dubbed?
probably, but it's already been dubbed as Clash of the Bionoids.
Clash of the Bionoids wasn't Clash of the Bionoids wasn't that Gulf Force?
No, that was Remember Love. Except very poorly edited for kids in video line.
Oh.
Which, funny enough, they have a scene where Max blows the brains out of Zentradi. They kept that in, but all the other blood and gore is taken out, as well as the survival of Max and Hikaru at the end.
Really?
Yeah, they're both dead as far as you know. And there were, and Sam pointed out that Clash of the Bionoids was not really dubbed by an American company. It was used to teach English in Singapore classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So that explains why there's a lot of unintelligible words in there.
Yeah, yeah. It was made for an English class in Japan, wasn't it?
Singapore. And
Singapore.
it was fun. It was also pretty funny, as you could tell that a lot of it came from people who did not understand English.
Mm.
For example, at the beginning when Hikaru saves the bridge of the Macross from an enemy attack, and after he is in disciplined by Misa, he goes, I trying to remember the line. It's something, and I saved you before, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no scene before that shows that he actually saved anyone. For it's just him being clumsy in a battle. It was just such an awful, awful dub. But you know something that's gonna be really funny about Do You Remember Love?
What?
There's gonna be a huge outrage over how misogynist some of the characters are.
Of course.
As if Mason picks it up, they'll probably change it.
Mike wants to know if Nightown made a manga series out of Gungrave. Did he?
He said he would love it if Naito just made a manga series out of it.
Oh, he
Well,
did.
well, unfortunately, they have to make. Well, he likes money. No, wait, it's the corporation that makes money. He doesn't get. I don't think if it works the same way as I don't think if it works the same way as manga to anime adaptations, they're just giving a check and no royalties.
You know, like it just sucks being a creator out in Japan, to be honest, because like unless you are like super, super, super fucking popular, you've pretty much got no chance of making money.
Nope.
It's just, you know, I mean, kind of, you can say about you can say what you will about how the American comic industry pays its creators, but you know what? I think let's be honest, American creators are paid better than Japanese ones are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not saying much, but
Well,
the pay is better.
well, well, when you look at it this way, DC pays a creator that does writing and the art $1,000 per page,
Mm-hmm.
and that's basically what a manga artist does usually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're paid $1,000 per page. I think they're just giving a flat rate per book.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't know how it works like with Marvel or DC because like but like if you have a creator-owned book, you do get a cut of the sales from it.
Yeah. Image, they give you a certain well, they work it out just like Wicked does. You keep the rights, everything, they'll just take out money out of the profits, out of the money made for printing and marketing.
Dan just messaged us in Slack, and our Instagram jumped to 270.
Wait, down or up?
Up.
Oh, up. Okay. Yeah, we've got a good project going.
270, and we didn't really do anything with it today.
$270 in 2 weeks.
It's like, what the hell, man?
Well, if it continues to increase, we'll probably see 1,000 by the time we hit the Indiegogo, the Kickstarter.
Yeah, you're probably right, man.
Now, imagine how that's going to turn out.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I'll say that we've had some very good.
Well, what's worked out very well in our favor is we've made a lot of good connections.
Oh yeah, there are people who are also following us who can help us out too.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the thing. This is something my dad taught me about this is something my dad. This is something my dad taught me about getting a job. It's not just what you know; it's also who you know.
Yeah.
And in some cases, who you know matters a lot more than what you know.
Sure.
And we've basically spent the better part of my mouse just dropped off. We have spent the better part of a year making connections.
Oh yeah, connections who are going to help us.
Yeah.
In the long run.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. No doubt Brian will. There's no doubt Brian's gonna put his weight behind us, and same with Trent. Right? We've got Josh. We got Cody. We've got Troy.
We also got over 3 Josh. We know a lot of Joshes.
That is true. Yeah, not just that. We've also got Rage. We've got John Della Rose. We got Nerd Wonder.
Yep.
Wonder. We got, and of course, there's also all the people we met in the art community who are enthusiastic, like Pixie, Antonella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
got a lot.
It doesn't. Like I know it's premature, but it just does not feel like we can lose.
Just just remember that Chuck had all of everyone behind him as well. So it's hard to err on the side of caution. And whatever happens, happens. For all we know, there's going to be people who are going to look at us and say, oh, this is going to be a scam. There's no way a shared indie universe will ever amount to anything.
Even though we've got at least one of the books already finished.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of, I think that's kind of a foregone conclusion. Dan's going to have Adobe Kroger finished.
But you've got... I don't think we're going to be on wait longer than what we're going to call them, because it's just going to... I wouldn't say anything about, because we saw how late certain comic projects are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to damage some. Some, it's probably going to damage their views of crowdfunded comics, because you can only do so much. It takes so much damage to reputation of based on someone else being responsible.
Yeah.
And I'm not mentioning anyone in particular, because there's a lot of
We're not going to
crowdfunded comics that are...
We won't name names.
Well, no. I mean, there was that one guy who earned his comics rather than delivering them by sending them out because he ran out of money.
And then, of course, there's all those other two pros who are just, they're never going to make good on those Kickstarters, despite what that one particular fan they have keeps saying to the contrary.
And yeah, those are years late. If you're waiting years on a campaign, I'm sorry to say, but they ran out on you. It took their money and ran.
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, definitely, they did. Oh, they definitely did. And you don't look the least bit stupid for shilling for them.
Yep. And that's it. You're finally recovered from the winter break and sickness.
Oh, that's good. Gonna start looking at purchasing commissions, yeah.
And yeah, the drama of crowdfunding.
Kind of amazed that that's actually a thing.
Well, unfortunately, Kickstarter and Indiegogo aren't going to clamp down on people who will put out these crowdfunders, because probably because of how the legality of it is pretty much makes it impossible due to where they might be in countries, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, I have a feeling like going forward, Indiegogo and Kickstarter are going to be a lot more heavy-handed with controversial campaigns. Like, Like they don't want to deal with that shit. So like I can see people being kicked off if they kick up too much drama.
It's not gonna be a fun time if you're a is doing crowdfunding and is also pushing up drama.
Definitely.
It's I don't even know how race baiting comics get on there anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, oh, Sam, you bastard.
Uh-oh.
I was on Discord with him and he asked me, any fully finished pictures of her mum? Kiwi, that's how he talks. And I tell him Victor's probably going to start inking right now. When there's a finished image, I shall commission Shadbase to elude Maeve's mother. He gave me a tongue sticking out emoji, and I just told him, you bastard. I wouldn't say no to funds from people I trust who trust me, but I am still apprehensive about trying to fundraise as well. Well, good news, Mike. There's no right way to do this.
Nope.
If you're gun shy about crowdfunding, you can probably find another way. You can go. I wouldn't worry about it too much, to be honest. I know Sam is not actually going to do it.
No.
Oh, but
Xenolith, however,
why I'm still doing ebooks slow and steady. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
No, we all know who won the race was the tortoise.
Yep.
But everybody wants to be the hare.
Yep, and if you use it in that moment to try to get ahead, it'll eventually collapse around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the life expectancy of a movement is not that long. So if you're smart, the extra money that you made from your very extremely successful campaigns will be going into building up an infrastructure for the future. If you're not, and you think this is going to last forever, well, I've got bad news for you.
Money. I don't feel bad about getting old, concerning most great creators I liked peaked late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not true. That's true. I mean, like, not every great creator here was a success as a young man.
It's gonna. I think overall it's gonna be very fun for us. We're going to be building up. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be building up based on our interaction with the people who support us, rather than what our political alignment is.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know we don't really talk about what we're going to be doing long term with this, but I mean, like, let's just say we run more. Let's just say we run a few more campaigns just to sort of help the ball keep the ball rolling, and we're eventually at a point where we can just where the machine is self-sustaining. Like, what kind of schedule are we going to be able to keep? Like, are we going to be able to go? Are we going to obviously not monthly?
I think what we should probably do is, if we're going to be doing another campaign, we'll do it a month after our books have been fulfilled, see what the wires are like before going with another one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we should definitely probably include that as a stretch goal in the campaign. That if we manage to make more, that money's going to go towards paying for the next issue.
Yep. And we'll run the second campaign just to build up, just to keep the momentum going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, def. It's just like, but I'm just wondering, like, we're obvious at this point. Fuck, even if we have a few successful campaigns under our belt, I don't think we're not gonna be able to go monthly. That's kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
But what can we do? I mean, like, what? I'm not even sure bi-monthly is doable for us.
What we can do is just build up momentum. We don't do what Paramount did with the Star Trek reboots, where they just sat on their hands and waited years before our next one came out. Because the moment you wait, every moment you wait, it just decreases your support.
I guess. I mean, it's just. I mean, obviously, if we keep updates frequent enough and we maintain good enough interactions, people are going to be willing to forgive that. Are going to be willing to be patient with us and say, okay, so the next issue gets out when it's done. All right, fine. Kind of makes me amazed that Marvel manages to keep cranking out books on a monthly basis.
That's because they got deep pocketbook. They got deep pockets filled with money from Disney.
I know, but it's just like, you're going to tell me it takes a month. There's no way it takes a month to write out a single issue, get it drawn, inked, colored, and lettered. There's no way it takes that. There is no way it takes that. It goes by that quick.
Well, Beth can do. Back when I did the first 5 pages for Mythics 2016, it took Beth a week to do them all. So it is possible for it to happen. Except that that's the reason why there's time before the release to build up the number of scripts.
I mean, I always kind of assumed like creators would start out with like a few of the scripts already written out before the run was even formally announced.
It's possible that the entire miniseries would be already written.
Probably. I mean, that makes sense to me, but it's just like, I don't know. In my head, I just cannot fathom that it takes a month to get a book written, edited, penciled, inked, colored, lettered, and then printed.
Overall, I think it's basically the first story arc is already written out by the time they get to it, and it overall depends on the speed of the writer. JMS wrote the 9/11 issue of Spider-Man, 45 minutes, but that was because that moment he realized the exact words he wanted to put down on the script.
Yeah, but not most writers are not JMS.
No, because they're a lot of them can be lazy.
Well, Donny Cates is not lazy.
I said a lot of them. I didn't say all of them.
No.
Scott Snyder is definitely not lazy.
Yeah.
You look at his workload.
No, definitely not. I guess the best way of I mean, it kind of comes down to the fact that there's really no right way to do this. You just have, like, every writer works differently.
Yeah, and it tells you how, with a writer like Scott Snyder, with him putting out a YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen how YouTube has made comic artists and writers easier because they'd rather upload videos to YouTube because apparently that will make them more money. But
fucking super chats.
But with Scott Snyder, he doesn't do that. He makes a video. He actually doesn't do it on a regular basis. Just when he get the time. And that's how you know that someone who's busy working on stuff.
He just makes it whenever he feels like it, huh?
Or whenever he can. Last video, he said that the reason why he didn't do another video for months was because he's been really busy with his workload and finding out that his wife's pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah. He actually, I think for him, work, family, YouTube.
Nah, I'd say he puts family over work.
In this case, work keeps food on the table, keeps his kids fed.
Yeah.
And Twitter is down on the list.
Yeah, actually, I think most of the time when he even gets on Twitter, it's just from the new book he's working on, right?
Yeah, that's what professionals do. He wasn't involved with any of this internet drama.
Oh yeah,
This is one.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, Scott Snyder is one of the good ones.
Yep. He's someone I can definitely say that the one thing you don't want to do is try to drag him into the drama because he'll say something and then not pay attention to you if you're on the other side.
Yeah. Well, still, I mean, like, even if, you said, like, even if comics one day he stops working out for Scott Snyder, he'll just go back to his job of being a teacher.
I think he's still a teacher.
Yeah.
But he's also friends with Stephen King, so he's got connections.
Yeah, he's not someone else to worry.
Nope. And Sean Gordon Murphy, he loves money. So he's going to give a quality product that's not going to suck. He's not going to get involved with politics. He's just going to put out quality product any chance he gets.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, def.
You know what the funny thing is?
Mm-hmm.
I think Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy work so well as a team that when Image had a sale on Image Comics, basically buy two, get one free. Two of those books, one was Witches from Scott Snyder, and the other one was Tokyo Ghost that had Sean Murphy's art on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of I recently realized this, and it was kind of funny. Those two barely work on books, but together. But I think they make a perfect duo for making comics after reading. I think of that one book. You ever hate it when you know exactly what you're talking about, but the title just eludes you?
Hmm.
Well, it's the book where first hit it's a horror kind of book that involves mermaids. First half takes place in modern day. Second half takes place 200 years in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Where and the future is a war world type of future, post-apocalyptic future. Just trying to find it. I'm looking up right now.
Sorry, it's just that your audio was kind of a little choppy on my end.
It happens.
Yeah.
Out the wake.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you were saying?
What do we end on?
What do we end on?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like I don't know what to end on other than that. I just hope we do really I hope we do really well with that campaign.
Yep. I mean, I don't think we should. We don't have to end right now, but
Oh.
I feel like it's really weird that we haven't frozen yet.
Oh. Yeah, that's amazing. Mike says you've actually been choppy in general. You were able to get through the gist of it.
Oh, that's good. I don't know what's going on. It might be connection.
Possibly.
Earlier it was you're freezing. Now it's my internet connection.
That is messed up.
Yeah. Yes, it is. What's going on today?
I think I'd just be happy that we've at least had a stable connection for the show.
Oh yeah, it would really suck to have delayed, only to have the internet connection just pop off for both of us.
That would suck bigly. No. No, yeah, I think we've covered it. I think we've covered a lot today, but just everyone if you haven't already, be ready for April 5th, which is in about 3 weeks.
It's amazing how fast it's gone.
Yep. Yeah, 3 weeks. That's when our campaign goes live, and we just even if you can't contribute financially, just helping get the word out helps enough. Because like, I mean, it's pretty fair to say we are kind of betting the farm on this, aren't we?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think that if it doesn't work out the first time, it'll definitely work out for the second time.
Oh yeah.
Because anyone who's doing a scam, they're not going to do it for a long term.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah. So yeah, guys, be ready for April 5th, and well, Matt and I will probably reconvene at a later date or pre-record an episode, and I'll upload it at a later date, at least until we can get into at least until we're able to get into a scenario where we can sync up for streaming again.
Yep.
Sadly, we are not Tonka and can't do this every day.
No, of course not. Why would we want? Why would he want to be Tonka? You see all the drama that comes his way.
Well, like I said, Tonka's a spurgery magnet, which is not me knocking the guy. That's not his fault. That isn't his fault. Okay, I just want to make that perfectly clear. He can't. He just attracts. I'm saying he attracts it like he's a magnet, even when he's trying to stay out of trouble.
Well, that's because the people who are going after him have no lives.
Mike says I wouldn't want a full-time streaming career. Fuck, that's not even really his career.
No, it's not. It's just something he does because he felt he was bored.
Yeah, he said it. He started the whole thing just to see if he could fail. And apparently he just can't fail no matter what he does.
Maybe that's something we should do. But let's try to fail.
So self-sabotage?
No, not so much. Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I think this whole ordeal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right. Yeah, we will keep you guys up. We will be sure to keep you guys up to date throughout the campaign. That's more or less what we're going to be doing those pre-recorded episodes on, so that we can. It's more or less just going to be a weekly Mythoverse report.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why we're not getting so many viewers this time is namely because Premier Josh is streaming.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
There, guys.